Alright, first shots with the Taurus here. Alright, so first shots, not too bad. This does have adjustable sights on it, so I think the sights are slightly off. I was having to aim a little high to hit. The first few shots were going low. But I mean, dial that in a little bit. I don't see that being a problem. But first impressions right off the bat, my one dislike would be the trigger. I'll kind of get into that later when we do tabletop. But I mean, it feels good in the hand. It shoots good. So far, we've been out here shooting for a little while. This is my first shots on it. But my buddy who offered this up for review, he's been shooting, no malfunctions. It's shooting fine. So first impressions, not too bad. What's up, YouTube? Tactical Swede here once again. Thanks for watching. On tap today, we're going to be doing a quick gun review on the Taurus PT111 Millennium G2. A little backstory on this. A longtime friend of mine, he went out and purchased this not too long ago. And he asked me, hey, next time you go shooting, let me know. I want to come along, and I want to get your opinion on this. So I looked into what he had bought, and I'll admit that I had some preconceived notions about this gun. I was a little biased going into it because the Taurus name, first of all, is not synonymous with great quality. The original first generation of this gun had some issues, and I think the biggest point of contention with this gun right here is the price point. It comes in at sub $300. In some cases, you can get it down close to $200. I think my buddy picked this up for about $240. But anywhere in that $200 to $300 range, you can find this. There are plenty of budget guns out there, and you know who I'm talking about, that I wouldn't trust my life to. I wouldn't go out and buy one of those as a self-defense weapon because the quality just isn't there. There's a reason why they are so cheap, and it's not something I'm going to trust my life to. Is that the case with this? Well, we'll get into it. So let's just start with a basic rundown of the gun itself. We're looking at what I would consider a subcompact right here. Just as a size comparison, we've got the Smith & Wesson Shield 9mm. So if you put them side by side here, lengthwise, you're looking pretty much dead on, exactly the same. As far as grip height goes, again, very similar. They are angled slightly different at the magazine plate there, end plate there, but you know, roughly the same size. The big difference being the Taurus is going to be a little bit wider, and that's expected as the Shield is a single stack magazine, 8-round single stack, versus a 12-round double stack here, and these are snap caps, by the way. So, you know, capacity wise, you know, we got 8+1 here versus 12+1 here in the same form factor there, same size. So definite bonus there. you do have an external thumb safety here, which, you know, everybody that knows me knows I'm not a fan of thumb safeties, but, you know, it's not obtrusive, it's not in the way, so, you know, if you don't feel like using it, you know, you don't have to, and you can still work the gun no problem. If you do want to use it, it's placed very well, so as you draw the weapon, you can quick flip it down. Again, not a fan of the safeties, but it's not a big deal. It's out of the way. It's not obtrusive. You know, standard slide release lever, magazine release. The magazine release is a little bit small, but you know, for a subcompact, it's about, you know, about par for the course. It's workable with one hand. I don't need to kind of flip and reposition the gun to get to it. I can do it from my normal firing grip. Speaking of the magazine, you got the nice pinky extension on there, which allows you to get, you know, full 3-finger grip on the gun, which I love. I don't like not being able to put my pinky somewhere, so the fact that it has that pinky extension, awesome. The sights, you got adjustable sights here for elevation and windage, something you don't see on a lot of carry guns. Yeah, they are polymer sights, but so are most of the stock Glock sights. So not a huge deal there, but you know, nice that they're adjustable. It's dare I say very Glock-like in the design. Even in the takedown, you know, point, safe direction, pull the trigger, pull the slide back, pull your levers down, and slide it off. And then inside, what do you know? Again, very Glock-like. You got your dual coil recoil spring there, striker, your firing pin, safety plunger there. Anybody that's ever taken a Glock apart looks very familiar. Another feature that some people like, not a big deal for me, but you know, it's there, it's no big deal. But you got a loaded chamber indicator. Loaded went up, and you got a little red mark on either side, so visible. Again, not a big deal for me. If it was there or not there, don't really care. Ergonomics, this thing feels great in the hand. Props to Taurus for hooking this thing up and putting the texturing on the grip in all the right places. The texturing on here it's aggressive. It's, you know, nice and rough, but it's rough in the right spots and it's smooth in the right spots. Up here where your thumb sits, or back here on the beaver tail where the webbing of your hand is, it's nice and smooth. It's not going to irritate you. But where your fingers wrap around and make contact on the grip and on the back strap here, it's nice and grippy. Gives you good purchase on the gun. Another thing I like is these little index marks. The one for the thumb rest here, if I was going to take a one-handed firing grip on this, that's perfect, right where my thumb would want to sit. This one here, perfect for the trigger finger. For before you're ready to shoot, set it right there in that index point. Feels really nice. Now, if I'm taking my normal two-handed firing grip, I would be covering this up with my other hand, but again, this forward index point is kind of right where my thumb would want to go as I take my firing grip. So really nice, really well thought out with the ergos. So you hear me saying a lot of nice, good things. Here's another one, accessory rail, something that is missing on the Shield. Again, same size gun, but no accessory rail there. You got one here. You can put a flashlight on there, laser, whatever. So you're hearing me say all these good things about this gun that only costs $250 roughly. Is there anything about this gun that I don't like? Yes, there is. And it's no surprise to anybody that knows this gun, but this trigger, I absolutely do not like this trigger. And I'll tell you why. And you can see right there why. That take-up on there is ridiculous. The amount of movement you have in this trigger before you hit the wall back there, crazy. Again, just for example, bring the shield in here. That's it. That's all the take-up you got. You got the Glock 19 here. Again, this is an aftermarket trigger, but same concept, you know. Okay. Not a whole lot of take-up there. This is ridiculous. And then once you get done with that ridiculous take-up, it's a very heavy trigger pull. I put the gauge on it, and it's about 8.5 pounds on this. Now, here's a kind of an issue that I think could possibly be a quality control thing. This is the only gun I've shot, but I have handled a couple others at a show, and all of the trigger pulls felt different. This one I said is the only one I put the trigger gauge on, and it was pulling at 8.5 pounds. One of the other ones I handled felt a lot heavier than this. It felt like it was over 10 pounds. And another one that I played with felt just about the same, maybe a little bit lighter than this. So maybe in the 7.5 to 8 pound range. So, you know, three different guns, all the same model, but the trigger pulls feel different. That just shouldn't be, in my opinion. Now, could it be those other two were show models? They didn't have firing pins. Could that have something to do with it? Maybe. I would have to get my hands on another functioning one to see if it was the same as this or not. But it just seemed odd that two of the models at the show had different trigger weight pulls. It just seemed odd. But yeah, I don't like the trigger pull on this. I don't like the excessive take-up. One thing this does have that you don't get with the Glock or the, pretty much most of the other striker-fired guns out there, this does have a restrike or double strike capability. So you pull the trigger and it goes click. You can then pull the trigger again without having to rack the slide, and it will recock and fire again. And you can keep doing that. Not a function I would ever use. If I pull the trigger and it goes click, I'm going to tap, rack, bang. I'm not going to waste my time trying to restrike a round that didn't fire the first time. I'm going to eject that round out, and I'm going to pull the trigger on a fresh new round. I don't subscribe to the theory of restrike. I don't like it. I don't think it's a good thing. But some people out there like it. They like that capability. And if that's something you're looking for, this has it. So, yeah, the $1 million question. Would I go out and buy one of these guns? So me, Tactical Swede, as I sit right now, no, I probably wouldn't go out and buy one of these. That's not saying it's not worth the money. It's not saying it's a bad gun. Me personally, I have all the handguns I need that to fill the roles that we got subcompact here. We got my everyday carry. I have the SIG P320 as my kind of bedside home defense pistol. I don't have a need for another handgun right now. And if I did want to buy another one, I have the luxury of having enough money to buy something that is more suited to my wants. Now, take all that away and put me in a situation where I don't have any guns. I'm looking for my first self-defense pistol. And I don't have a lot of money to work with. I'm working on a budget. Is this a viable option in that scenario? Absolutely, I think it is. It is very affordable, and a lot of people will kind of question that. If it's that cheap, there's got to be something wrong with it. I don't find that to be the case so far. In our testing and our shooting, I had 0 malfunctions. I had no stoppages of any kind. Once we adjusted the sights, which again, adjustable sights, once we adjusted the sights, it was hitting everything we shot at. I didn't shoot on paper, so I can't give you like group sizes or MOA or anything like that. But at distances from 10 yards to 25 yards, shooting at a torso-sized steel plate, it was hitting what we were shooting at. And for a self-defense pistol, that is what you need it to do. You need it to hit what you're shooting at, and you need it to shoot reliably. And it did that. It performed excellent in those categories. So would I recommend this as a self-defense weapon for somebody that's on a budget? Absolutely. So yeah, in a nutshell, I think you're getting great bang for your buck here. There's really only one thing I don't like about this gun, and that's that trigger. Now, will this thing hold up, reliability-wise, over 5,000 rounds, 10,000 rounds? I can't say. We've seen a couple hundred rounds to this, and it's worked fine, but only time will tell if it will last for those higher round counts. There just isn't the track record yet to say one way or another that it's going to last or not. But let's be honest and realistic. Most gun owners are not going to put 5,000 to 10,000 rounds through their gun in their lifetime. They're just not. The reality is people just don't shoot that much. In my opinion, I shoot a lot, but there's a lot of people out there that shoot way more than I do. And the majority of people I know that own guns don't shoot as much as I do. So is this going to perform, in the role that most people are going to need, where they go out and they shoot from time to time and they just want something reliable to carry, to keep by the bedside, that's going to work when they need it to work? I think it's going to suit that role very well. There may be people out there that shoot it a lot more, and they may find problems with it down the road, or they may find that it works great. As I said, time will tell on that. But I think for the average gun owner that's on a budget and they want something reliable, I think this is a great option. What do you think, guys? Like I said, it's a kind of a hotly contested thing right now. There's a lot of people hating on this gun because of the price range, and because it's a Taurus, and because it's made in Brazil. There's people hating on it. I think in the right scenarios, it's a great option. It's great bang for your buck. Would I recommend spending a little bit more money on something with a tried and true record? Yeah, absolutely I would. But if you don't have that option, if your budget is small and there's really nothing you can do about that, I think it's a good option. And you're not really making any sacrifices in quality as far as I can see right now. Yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. What do you think about this gun? If you got experience with it, let me know. I'd love to chat with you on any experiences you might have with it. Please hit me up in the comments if you like what I'm doing. Give me the thumbs up. Please subscribe and stay up to date with any new videos we got coming out. I've definitely got some more in the works, slowly rolling out now that I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So we'll catch you next time, guys. Till then, live life and have fun out there.